The Culture Quest continues on Eucathol Audio. Stag up, rack attack. Yes, we put the big brain to use. We got our own laurel. That means we rule ourselves. We govern our own affairs, and we think for ourselves. And we smart enough to know when we're being jaked, when we're getting lied to, we're being played. Now here's more evidence to let you know that good throughout the whole is some serious shit. What I'm telling you when I come to you talking about Eucathol, that it's if this ain't the lost word, I'm damn sure gonna tell you now. Where's it been? You tell me what word has been delivered to you that's bringing you to good like this here. Check my videos, man. You can't attach nothing but good to what I'm talking about. Eucathol right there. That's him. It's all right there. Good throughout the whole. And everywhere. People had a culture that was superior to that dumb shit, because there's a correct way to be doing everything. And until they's able to get you to be dumbed down to the point where you taking this shit like we is now, it wasn't going down like that. You need to know that the Mandela effectively renders you crippled, because they rewrite your history right in your face, and you don't challenge it. Everybody just buys it, and it doesn't even really matter, because nobody's figuring out anything that's gonna fucking help anybody. Well, until I showed up on the scene. Eucathol Audio. Yes, pay attention, cause we got the remedy, man. we doing it over here. We're not like the other guy, where they bring you this, that, and the other little shit, and just enough to get you fucked off. No. We deliver the goods here, and so we're gonna join Michelle, and she gonna let y'all. She good, man. She gonna let y'all know that when they told me when I was little. And I'm like challenging the dumb shit that they're bringing to me with this Oregon Trail and this all of it, trying to tell me that we used to stay in a teepee and all this types of shit. No, I wasn't buying it then. I'm not buying it now. But see, now I'm just old enough to where I'm bigger now. And like I said when I was little, when I get bigger, ain't nobody gonna tell me what I'm gonna do. We've arrived to that point where ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. Cause see, I got woked it up. Yeah, they woked it me up. And when I commenced looking around and checking it out, I realized that hey, they done lied to you and got you thinking a whole bunch of shit that ain't true. Just because nobody's ever brought it to your attention. But as soon as somebody wake your ass up, or you start to hear some logic, a mind once expanded will never contract to its original dimension. So let's get into it.
The world, as I had planned for my next video, the subject of historic trolley parks came back up to the surface for me, leading me back into this subject for a much deeper investigation. My name is Michelle Gibson. I first learned about trolley parks doing research on Palisades Park for the Circle Alignments on the Planet Washington, D.C. Part 6, the Lower Hudson River in New York City and New Jersey. And I visited the subject of trolley parks towards the end of the incredible similarity of electric tram systems worldwide. Trolley parks were said to have started in the United States in the 19th century as picnic and recreation areas at the ends of streetcar lines.
Yeah, to make money on the weekend.
Parks.
Bullshit.
By 1919, there were estimated to be between 1,500 and 2,000 such parks.
You hear that?
For example, Luna Park at Coney Island in Brooklyn
2000.
was a trolley park. The other day, one of my YouTube subscribers shared with me about the historic Exposition Park and the current amusement park there, Connet Lake Park, in her hometown of Connet Lake in northwestern Pennsylvania, not far from Lake Erie. The town was founded in 1799 as Evansburg and was renamed Connet Lake in 1892, the same year that the Exposition Park there opened. The Exposition Park was founded by Colonel Frank Mantor, owner of the Connet Lake Exposition Company, with the stated purpose of being a permanent fairground and exposition for livestock, machinery, and industrial products. There are two definitions of the word exposition. One is a device used to give background information to the audience about the setting and characters of the story. Exposition is used in television programs, movies, literature, plays, and even music.
I love it, man.
What better way to tell your audience the story you want them to believe than the other definition of exposition, a large exhibition of art or trade goods.
I'm telling you, man.
There was a dance hall there.
I love it. Michelle, you were the shit.
A bowling alley.
I mean, people don't even look up the damn words, and I'm telling you that if you don't start there, you're fucking missing the whole shit. I love it.
Ownership of the park transferred to the railroad in 1901.
Of course.
And in 1907, trolley service was said to have been extended to the park. This picture depicts the trolley station at Exposition Park at Connet Lake.
The dumbed down shit.
Many of the park's original buildings were lost in a fire in 1908. This photo was said to have been taken the day after the fire.
Of course. That looks like the day after.
Remained standing in the background.
What is that, snow on the ground? It's fucking snow on the ground.
But nothing remained of the park's midway.
Fucking snow on the ground, dude.
While arson was suspected as the cause of the fire at the time, it was never proven.
Of course not. These motherfuckers.
One more thing.
Come on, man.
When I was researching the town of Connet Lake, I found out that the Beaver and Erie Canal was there, along with the railroad. Construction of the Beaver and Erie Canal was said to have started in 1831, completed in 1844, and closed in 1872. So they are telling us it took 13 years to build, and then only used for 28 years?
Yeah.
Right. They don't give us a construction date for the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie Railroad, just that it was formed in 1875. There is also an exposition park in the south part of Los Angeles that was started, we are told, in 1872 as an agricultural fairground.
Yeah.
By 1879, the original owner was foreclosed on because it wasn't making enough money.
Oh, imagine that.
New owners of Agricultural Park were said to have brought in a racetrack. And the trolley line arrived in 1875. In 1908, the state of California acquired Agricultural Park and worked on transforming the park. It reopened as Exposition Park in 1913. This is a 1942 postcard. The Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum is an exposition park, with its construction said to have been commissioned in 1921 as a memorial to Los Angeles veterans of World War I.
Oh. Imagine that.
It seems very strange to me to find two headless bodies greeting the people who come to this stadium. What's up with that?
Like I said,
it is right across the street from the
you
University
need
of
your damn
Southern
cap.
California, also known as USC.
You don't have it.
This building on the top
that's
is on
why
the
I'm
campus
talking
of
about the
USC,
stag all the time.
which was established
That's why
in
I'm
1880.
fucking the stag.
And
That's
pictured
why I'm
beneath it is
on
the
the
Midwest
attack.
Bank building on Ludgate Hill in London, said to have been built in 1891. This is the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County
I
in
get it,
Exposition
man.
Park.
You got to have the fucking big brain, dude.
This huge classical domed building was said to have been established in 1913. The same year, the former agricultural park became known as Exposition Park.
Uh-huh.
There is much more here,
Oh,
including the
you
Metro
better believe
Expo Line light rail. But this gives you the idea. This is incredibly sophisticated architecture and infrastructure for it to have been built during the time frame to which it is attributed to in our historical narrative. The oldest continually operating amusement park in the United States is Lake Compounce in Bristol, Connecticut,
News.
said to have been open every summer
That's
since 1846.
That's some curiosities, man.
The history of Lake Compounce is traced back to 1846. This is the year when Gad Norton opened the area to the public. He tried a publicity stunt of hiring a scientist to perform experiments, including with explosives. The large crowd he attracted was said to motivate him to develop the area into a small park, including picnic tables. This is the only picture I could find associated with his name, his grave marker in Bristol, Connecticut. He was said to have joined forces in 1851 with Isaac Pierce, who had fared well in the California gold rush of 1849, and over the next few decades the park was said to meet with mild success.
Mild.
In 1895, we are told a trolley line connected Lake Compounce to an emerging network of inexpensive public transportation.
Yep.
Amusement parks like Lake Compounce created an escape from reality, with early competitive opportunities
Look
like
at the
baby
peoples.
shows, entertainment for the masses,
Man.
and thrilling rides.
People
like
say
the
this
Green
to me all the
Dragon,
time.
The park's first electric
somebody
roller
has to
coaster.
work. Somebody.
In
Bullshit.
Kansas City, Electric Park was the name of
Bullshit.
2 amusement parks said to have been built by the Heim brothers, Joseph Ferdinand Jr. and Michael. As brewers, they followed in the footsteps of their father, Ferdinand Sr. He was said to have come to the United States from Austria in 1854.
Well, if
and
I'm
he
wrong,
started
then how
brewery
come they
operations
don't
in
have no
Manchester,
fucking
Missouri between
jobs for
1857
you?
and 1862, and in East St. Louis, Illinois,
Because they just
from
made that shit up.
1870 to 1879.
It ain't real.
Father and sons jointly purchased the Star Ale Brewery.
They don't
of the
fucking.
East
You don't need no
Bottoms in
fucking
Kansas
job.
City in
That's why they
1884.
tax your ass when you do it. Because you're committing a crime.
The first electric park
Yeah,
was said
you're
to have
indulging
been
in criminal
built right
activity.
next to the brewery in the East Bottoms after
Do those
the
people
Heim
look like they're
brothers
working?
built a streetcar line to it, and they wanted a way to attract visitors to the streetcar line and to the brewery.
You're not doing it
Open
right.
from
then.
1899
I'm
to
saying, man.
1906,
I mean,
the
fuck.
first electric
Look
park was an
around you.
immediate success
Look.
as one of the world's first full-time amusement parks. Among other things, beer was piped directly from the brewery to the beer garden at the park. So here you have escape from reality, plus strong German lager. Soon the success of Kansas City's electric park, we are told,
same thing
necessitated
today.
a larger location. So the
Get high,
second electric
fucking.
park
I mean,
opened
come
in
on.
1907.
We got you some
Also
get
on
you
a
some
college
leg
road,
over
it
here or
was said to
something.
be
You
the
know,
largest
we got plenty of
called
entertainment for you.
electric park in the
You want
United
some
States.
ball? What you want,
It
buddy?
opened in 1907. Souvenirs from the park, like this one from 1913, touted it as Kansas City's Coney Island. Most of this grand park, which was said to have inspired young Walt Disney to build his own version of it, burned to the ground in 1925.
Oh, I mean,
The electric park in Detroit, Michigan was in operation between 1906 and 1928. It was located on East Jefferson Drive in Detroit, adjacent to the bridge to Belle Isle. Originally a trolley park, the electric park in Detroit was at the end of 3 trolley lines, but we are told public transportation shifted to buses by the 1920s,
why?
as trolleys were already becoming obsolete.
Why?
The 1920s saw legal battles not only over the ownership of the park, but also challenging its existence. In 1927, the city of Detroit condemned many of the park structures as a blight, closing the park permanently. Detroit's electric park was leveled the following year and became a new public park.
Wow.
At one time, there was an
Wow.
electric park in the Hudson River Valley on Kinderhook Lake at the town of Niverville, New York. It was described by some as the largest amusement park on the East Coast between Manhattan and Montreal during its run from 1901 to 1917. We are told this electric park was created by the Albany and Hudson Railroad Company in order to increase ridership on weekends.
I told you.
A
The dumb
round-trip
shit.
trolley ride, admission to the park, and a seat at the vaudeville show at Rustic Theater cost 40 cents. One of the rides at the park was called Shooting the Chutes,
They all had it.
while it is called a precursor to today's water flume rides. It looks a lot like an inclined plane gravity railroad to me, like the Granite Railway in Quincy, Massachusetts,
Man, you're good,
said to have been
Michelle.
built in 1826,
Yes.
and reminds me of the inclined
Oh.
planes found on sections of the Morris Canal in New Jersey.
Yes.
The reasons given for the closing of the electric park in Niverville in 1917 was that the popularity of automobiles no longer restricted people to rails and river steamer transportation.
Oh, okay. That's
World
why they
War
had
I
to give you the car. Okay,
and
okay.
high
I've been trying to
insurance
figure that out for a
premiums
while
due to the
now.
number
That's
of trolley
okay.
parks that had burned down.
Okay.
I found this list
That's
of over
why they had to
30
give you the
more
car.
electric parks alone, all over the United States. They were constructed as trolley parks
You won't believe.
and were owned primarily by electric companies and streetcar companies.
Mm-hmm.
This does not
See the one
come
right there,
even
Fort
close
Smith,
to
Arkansas?
listing
Yeah,
all
they
the
had them
trolley
everywhere,
parks in
dude.
the United
Yep.
States at one time.
Everywhere. Every damn play they have them, dude.
There are many more examples along the same lines to which I will give you just a simple introduction. First are some examples of parks that got their start as trolley parks and are still operating today. Camden Park in Huntington, West Virginia, originally a picnic spot, turned into an amusement park by the
thing of it
Camden
is
Interstate Railway Company in 1903.
This was incorporated into it because it had a function.
Kenobi Lake Park in Salem, New Hampshire, since
When
1902.
she was talking about that water, yes, they're using the water. The water's how they're making the electricity, dude.
Lakeside Amusement Park in Denver, Colorado, operating since
It has something to do
1908.
with the power. I don't understand it completely. I'm not acting like I do. Shit. But I'm here to tell you that the narrative that you got told is some
Waldemere
bullshit.
Park in Erie, Pennsylvania, since 1896.
It's all about trying to figure out
And
where to
Connet
tax your
Lake Park
ass.
still operates as an amusement park, where the exposition park that I started this video with was located. Next are trolley parks that are no more. Luna Park at Coney Island opened in
Burnt it
1903,
down.
mostly destroyed by fire in 1944, and demolished in 1946.
Had to go. Incubators over there. See, living infants in there. See, they
Luna Park in Arlington, Virginia, opened in
Cabinet of
1906 and
Curiosities.
closed in 1915 due to a fire.
fire. I mean, you never would have thought that. I mean, they make shit out of wood now, and you don't have near as many
Luna
fires
Park
as they
in
did
Seattle, Washington,
back when they was making out of
which
stone.
operated from 1907 to 1913, closing, we are told, due to problems arising from things like lawsuits from injuries on rides and management disputes.
Most of the latter.
Luna Park in Charleston, West Virginia, opened to the public between 1912 and 1923, and closed after a fire destroyed the roller coaster there.
Oh, okay.
Luna Park in Cleveland, Ohio, in operation between 1905 and 1929, closing due to problems with fires and financial solvency with the advent of the Great Depression. Luna Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, operated from 1905 to 1909, closing due to high costs and competition from a second park in Pittsburgh.
Because, like I said, the trolley
Called
park, that's
Kennywood
part of
Park,
the damn
which is
shit
still
that's
in
making it
existence
run.
today, and founded in 1898 as a trolley park.
The whole infrastructure, it's all the
Luna Park
not
in
wasting
Scranton,
nothing.
Pennsylvania, operating from 1906 to 1916.
Tenure. Wow.
Council Crest Amusement Park in Portland, Oregon, operating as a trolley park from 1907 to 1929, also said to have closed due to financial insolvency
I mean,
with the beginning of the Great Depression.
so that means they toted off all of the shit, all the stone, all that shit. They towed that shit off what they wanted, man.
Dixieland Amusement Park in Jacksonville, Florida, operating from 1907 to 1917, closing with the entry of the United States into World War I. Big Island Amusement Park on Lake Minnetonka's Big Island in Minneapolis, Minnesota, operating between 1906 and 1911, closing due to excessive operating costs and lack of revenue in the off-season.
Of course.
Glen Echo Park in Glen Echo, Maryland, operating between 1921 and 1968, with this photo being taken in 1939. And Wonderland Amusement Park in Indianapolis, Indiana, operating
See?
between
All had that
1906 and 1911,
the same
the
shit.
year it burned down.
Because
I am quite certain that the historic amusement park infrastructure I have shared with you in this video was built by the advanced ancient worldwide Moor.
Alright, y'all. Okay, hang on. She ain't done yet. Hold up.
Civilization.
I don't necessarily know about all of that,
and was also
but
at one time part of a sophisticated pre-energy generation and distribution system.
be that as it may, regardless,
Something happened recently
good
to
throughout
knock
the whole.
humanity off of this original positive timeline. And I've gone into detail on what I have been able to put together to provide an explanation for what has taken place based on my research in my video, an explanation for what happened to the positive timeline of humanity and associated historical events and anomalies. And in my take on the mud flood and historical reset timeline.
And see, my
This
deal
beautiful and balanced Moorish civilization.
is. See, my deal is not. I'm not trying to deal with all that, dude. Like I get that. I get that. Back in the days, is all. Somewhere along the line we got jumbled up. We lost touch with reality, and we got fucked off here. I don't care. That's irrelevant, dude. Whatever happened yesterday, I don't give a damn. What are we doing about it? How we gonna solve it? How we gonna fix it? And I'm doing that. I mean, I got that for you. But I gotta get your attention, you know what I'm saying? And until I get people's attention, well, shit, then maybe they're not trying to hear nothing I got to say. They just think I'm just rambling on and on. So I'm trying to put together what you're looking for. What I mean, like I tell everybody, dude. Prove me wrong. You got a question, or you think that that I'll fucking find the answer, dude. I know how to do that. Just ask me, man. Hell, because I'm out here trying to figure it out, and I've continued to do so. I continue to find the answer. Ain't nobody came to me with nothing where they're like, you know, Jordan, how does this right here work, or how, you know. If I don't know, I will tell you I don't know, and then I'll go proceed to figure it out. That's what you do. So, like I said, prove me wrong, man. Because all I'm trying to do, and all I am doing, is spreading the good throughout the whole, of everybody that can hear me. Until next time, take care.